to share this gorgeous class with you. So we're going to work with the beautiful EBR3, and it's all about manifestation and intention setting. So this time of year, if you've got anything that you want to draw into your life for you or for someone else, it's a nice time to work with it. So I'm going to invite you to come up to standing on your mats, and just first of all, just tune into your strong legs, feel your spine grow tall, and take your shoulders up towards your ears and just relax your shoulders back. And start to give your hands a little shake. And just feel your fingers relaxing. First of all, become aware of all your fingers, the palm of your hand. And just experience that lovely loosening feeling. And then let your awareness just move to your little finger. And then your ring finger. And then your middle finger. And then your first finger and your thumb. And then feel it flow into the palms. Lovely. And into your wrists. So the sequence we're working with is all about being in your heart space. So it really helps you to build a really nice feeling for yourself and within your body. So feel it go up into your elbows. Give your knees a bend. And let that vibration go up into your shoulders. And then let your arms travel up through the midline. And give your hands a really nice shake up above your head. And then just pause. And breathe out. And then as you breathe in, just gently allow your spine to lengthen. Feel your sternum lift. Just experience that lovely elongation of your spine. And then on your out breath, just let your arms come down either side of your body. Just relaxing down, softening your knees. And then let both hands lift up either side of your body once more. Breathing in as you lift up. Breathe out and let your arms come back down again. That's great. Give them one last shake. And take your weight over into your right leg. Lift up your right foot and give your toes a few moves around in a few different circles. Really use your core muscles to help keep you steady, or the wall. And a few times one way. And then change your direction. And then give your foot a shake out. And feel your toes loosen up first of all. So we're going to work through the body segmentally. Feel the ball of the foot and the top of your foot. And then your heel. And then let that movement just go up into your calf muscle. Try to isolate it there for a second. And then into your knee. Up into the quad. And then let the leg just come to the front. And just shake down through the top of your foot. And then just take the leg all the way across the body. And then bring it around and place it back down. Take your weight into your right leg. Pop your core muscles on, lift up your left foot and circle your toes a few times. Feel your ankle relaxing. Just mobilizing the ankle. And change your direction. Fabulous. And then give your foot a shake. So the sole of the foot's really soft and relaxed. Your toes. And your heel. Get into your ankle. And then just see if you can isolate it into your calf muscle. It's hard to do. I think it's hard. And then into your knee. Always be mindful of your knees. And then up into the quad, up into the thigh. Give you like a really good shake out, loosening any tension, tiredness. And then bring the leg to the front. And then just take it across the body. And then bring it back round and place your foot back down onto the ground. And have a nice shake and bring all your body into feeling really, really relaxed. That's great. And then bring your feet back to hip distance. We're going to lift the arms up above the body, breathe in, lengthening the spine. And then as you breathe out, you're going to come down, bend your knees, bend your legs, and just swing the arms behind. So you feel your abdomen just rest on your thighs. Breathe in as you come up and breathe out as you come down. And you can breathe out through your mouth. That's it. Really feel that lovely, relaxing feeling through the spine, and it massages all your digestive organs. And just a couple more. And then make this one your last one and stay down there. Let your arms come forward. That's it. Let your head, neck and shoulders relax. Feel your spine relax. And bend your knees as well. And just walk your feet a little bit further out to the sides. And then start to create that figure of 8 on the ground. So you just move in your hands in a figure of 8. And you can bend your knees and make sure it feels good for you. You're not stressing your body or pulling any muscles. And we're slowly going to start to lift up with your figure of 8 you're drawing on the ground. Use your core muscles as you come up. We're going to pause around the level of the hips and just let your arms be really loose, really floppy. Soften your knees. You might feel the movement go from the base of your spine. It's great. Notice how the hands just tap in around the level of the hips. And make sure you've got some space. And then let your hands come up a bit higher, so you're about elbow height. Make sure your hips are turning as well. So the movement comes from the feet, through your knees. And you can even turn your head as well. This is just waking up your spine. And then let your hands come to shoulder level. Arms are really soft. And then let your arms go up into that space up above. And feel as though your spine is like a corkscrew type shape. And start to lift your heels off the mat. So the twist moves all the way up. Hips are moving. And then make your arms really, really soft. And start to let your arms come back down. And as you move, just start to notice the air as your hands pass by the air. And then the next stage of it is just to bend your knees a little bit and sink down the midline. Just come down as far as what's okay for you this evening. You can go as slow or as fast as you wish. This movement's great for refocus and concentration. And then come back to standing. Legs coming up towards your shoulders. Rotate your shoulders a few times. And feel the movement come all the way up from your feet. So as your shoulders come down, you sink, you bend your knees. And as you breathe in, sternum lifts and you feel a stretch through your pecs as you take your shoulders back. And then we just move one and then the other. And as you move your shoulders, again, let your hips come into it so the whole of the body's moving. That's great. Lift your elbows up. Just feel that lovely space in your ribs. The intercostal muscles. And then let your arms come back down again. And just separate your feet a little bit further apart. So what I'd invite you to do is to move from your right hip. I'll just show you what I mean first of all. So I want you to try and make little circles with your hips, but bring your arm into it as well. So you just start lifting up and it's like you're making a little circle with your hip bone. That's it, breathe in as it comes up. And your foot turns. I can't see any of your feet, so I just trust you all look perfect, like you're pros at this. This is a body prep for what we're going to do later. And as I've just been in here working with it, I thought this might really work. So just feel as though you're opening out your hip. That's lovely. Feel that space in your chest, in your pecs. And then we're just going to let the arms come back down. And just let your body come back to standing. And have a drink of water if you want a drink of water. Sorry, the lights get my eyes sometimes and it dries my contact lenses and it makes it all a bit blurred. There we go. Right. So I'm going to invite you to come to Tadasana mountain pose first of all. Just checking that your feet are comfortable distance apart, hip distance. Wriggle your toes and feel the ground underneath your feet. That awareness just rise up into your legs. Check your knees are soft. And then as that awareness comes into your hips, just get your pelvis parked into that neutral position. So it's neither tipped forwards or backwards. And breathe out and gently lift pelvic floor muscle. And then drawing back those lower abdominals to keep really steady through the hips and pelvis. As you breathe in now, let your spine lengthen and feel the sternum lift. Let your shoulders just lift a tiny bit up towards your ears and encircle them back. And if you want to do it a few times to get your shoulders really comfortable, feel that length through your spine. Allow the crown of the head to rise up. Just become aware of your breath and begin to breathe into the center of your chest. Feel that expansion through your lungs and chest. And as you breathe out, feel as though you're sending your breath down through your body, down towards the earth. And then as the breath comes up, it comes to the heart space. And send it back down towards the earth. Back into the heart space. Now this time, instead of sending the breath down towards the earth, feel as though you're sending the breath up above, to the sky above. And then as you breathe out, it comes back to the heart, down to the earth, back to the heart, up to the space above, and then back into the heart space. And then bringing your hands together in front of your heart center, returning back to normal breathing. Just check that your spine's tall and you feel equally balanced. You're going to raise both hands up in front of the body, just gently pressing palms together. Let your hands raise up. As you breathe in, feel your sternum lift, and then separate your palms. So you draw your palms apart, and then just rotate your hands so both palms just face up, and you've got a little bend in your elbows. And then just check that you feel comfortable in that position, and you can breathe. And you can feel as though you're holding the sun in your hands. Something warm. And then you're going to turn towards the right side and just create a circle on the right. Let your right hand come down. It's as if there's a wheel at the side. Let your hips come back to the front and just bring your hand and place it where it was to begin. And then turn to the left. Soften your knees as the hand comes down. And then you lift back up. But this time bring the breath into it. So as the hand comes down, you breathe out. And as the hand comes up, you breathe in. And then just changing sides as it feels comfortable for you. Synchronizing your breath and movement. Now as the hand comes down and breathing in. Turning, softening through the knees. You can feel as though you're just moving your hands through some warm, soothing, clear water. And it's just soothing and it's just a nice experience. As your hands raise up, you get rainbow droplets moving from your fingers, and they just represent letting go of anything, any thoughts, feelings, anything that's not with you today. And then just one more on each side. And then bring the hands up. Just pause once more, just lengthen up through your spine, let your palms face up. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, just let the arms come down to shoulder level. And then turn both palms towards you. And then turn your left palm away. So then you're looking at your right palm. And what we're going to do is turn to the right side. Now looking into the palm on your right, you're going to breathe in as you turn to the right and just really let your chest, your ribs, your lungs expand, and breathe out as the hand comes back. Alternate the hands, you're looking at the left hand, and then breathe in. And goes behind. And again, the movement can come from the hip. So as your arm moves, your hip, you feel a bit of opening through the hip. Breathing out as you turn to the right. Breathing in as you come back to the front. Lovely, alternating, breathing in. And breathe out, hand comes back through to the front. Just rotate the hands, looking into the palm on the right, really experiencing that expansion through your ribs, that stretch through your pecs. And just one, couple more on each side. Synchronizing your breath and movement. Okay, now this time your right hand goes behind you, just pause. So you've got your right hand behind. Yeah, you're all right, you're all perfect. Now turn your right hand away, so both palms face away from you. And I want you to be looking away from the camera. I'm going to look at the camera though so I can see you. Now breathe in and draw the backs of the hands in towards your shoulders so you feel your shoulder blades squeeze together. And then as you breathe out, stretch both of the arms in a really nice gentle way. And you just look in behind and then let your elbows soften once more and breathe in as the hand comes back to the front. So both hands return. Change the hand so you're looking at your left hand. Now you're going to breathe in as your left hand goes behind. Look behind. Turn the back of the hand away from you. Breathe out. Breathe in, squeeze elbows together. And then stretch both of the arms as you look away. That lovely expansion through your chest, lungs. And then let both of your elbows soften. Breathe in as that arm comes back to the front. Brilliant. Both hands come back to the front. You're doing great. Turn both palms towards you. Now we're going to work with the heart center. And I have to breathe in, draw both palms in towards your heart. And then breathe out, push both the arms away, sink into your knees. So this movement's got like a spinal wave that goes with it. So you feel lengthening and sinking. And it's expanding the qualities of the heart. You're just flowing with it, feeling the whole of the body move. Breathing in, palms draw in. Spine lengthens, breathe out, soften. Push away. And then one more, just drawing them in. Breathe out through your mouth as the hands move away. And then draw the hands back in one more time. And then let your elbows just sink down either side. Now, I don't know if your arms are tired or not, but we'll give them a shake just in case. So it's easy to stand here and talk, because it just is. I know what it's like when you're on the other side. Have a drink of water. We're going back into that space where we were before. Just rub your hands together ever so lightly. Feel the texture of your hands. And then just gently pulse the palms apart a few times. Just slowly, and then rub them together again. And then drawing the hands apart, breathing in. Expanding through the chest, through the lungs, breathe out. Push your hands closer together again, sinking to the knees. Breathe in, expanding through the elbows. Breathe out, soften, sink. So we're going to really let the ribs lift, elbows lift. Just feel as though there's a thread attached to the bottom of the ribs and the elbows. And as you breathe in, expansion happens. Breathe out, you soften. And you can close your eyes and just allow yourself to tune into the sound of your breath. Drawing the palms further apart and sinking and softening. As you move, just imagine now that you're just expanding into your most clear state of being. Clarity of mind in your heart. And then start to let your ocean waves grow softer. Still lift the elbows, but not quite so much. And the palms draw closer together. And now your hands and arms just stop moving. Just enjoy a moment's stillness. And I'm going to invite you to just relax your hands down for a second. I'm going to do a very, very quick demonstration of our archer pose. So you can sit down if you want to, or you can stay standing. And then I'll do the next one as well, so I don't have to keep stopping and starting. There you go. So they're the two poses we're going to work with. And if you notice, both of them come from the hip, which is why we were doing that body prep earlier on. So I'm going to invite you to come back up and come back into Tadasana, have both of your palms facing one another, and just close your eyes for a moment and allow yourself to just come into thinking or tuning into whatever that intention might be. Something you want to manifest within your life, a goal. And just tune into it, visualize it. And allow yourself to feel what it would feel like if it was to happen and be experienced. And then just let your right foot step out to the right side. And then you're going to turn the toes of your right foot 90 degrees. And then lift your left heel back. And then just do a moment where you just let your hips turn. Just make sure you've got some flexibility in your hip and that you can bend that back foot. Not back foot, you can bend your back knee. You know what I mean. And then what we're going to do is create a bow and arrow. So let both arms lengthen out in front at shoulder height. And your right arm is going to become the bow. And then your left arm, turn your left hand on its side and roll in your last two fingers and have your index finger and your middle finger extended out and your thumb stuck up. So facing the sky. And this is it's a mudra that we create. It's the prana mudra. And what we're going to do is draw that left hand all the way across your heart. So it moves through that heart space towards your shoulder. And you're going to bend your left knee as well. So you sink back into that left foot. And then we'll just practice a few times. You can bring the breath into it straight away if you want to. So breathe in. And then as you breathe out, you let your palm face forward. And you breathe out and send your weight forward so you bend that front knee. That's it. And then you draw back, so you really feel as though you're pulling against a resistance and it moves across your heart space towards your shoulder. All of you are absolutely bang on perfect. Breathe in and then send it from your hip, send it forward, breathe out into that front. Send it, bring it back. Now this time focus into your goal, your intention. Breathe into it, look forward, so focus forward. And as you breathe out, send it forward. Let it go into the universe. It can only agree and say yes. So we'll do that a couple more times. So breathe in, draw back. Core muscles on, sinking into that back foot. And then release, let go. And let your golden arrow fly. We'll do it two more times. So draw back, core muscles on, breathe in, fill it up. Intention. And then forwards, final time. Really focus. And it passes by the heart, it fills up. And there it's gone. Lovely. Let your arms lift up overhead. Pause in the middle for a second. Just come down towards the ground. Into your forward bend just for a moment, just to ground. And then rising back up. Turning the toes of your left foot 90 degrees. Take your right heel back. And load your bow and arrow again. So bringing your arms forward. Check you can sink into that back foot. Your hips move. That's great. Left palm faces forward. You make your arrow with your right. So you've got your middle finger, first finger, thumb pointing up, draw back so it comes all the way through your heart center. You breathe in, and then as you breathe out, you send it from your right hip, send it forwards. That's great. Drawing back. We're going to do it several times. So filling up your intention, your goal, and then let it move past the heart. Out it goes. You've got that strength, determination, and there it goes. Amazing. Then core muscles are on, it moves from your hip. And just a couple more. So you're focusing forwards. And then you can make this one the final one. So breathing in, filling up, and then release it. There it goes. Lift both hands all the way up overhead. Both feet go out to the side. You come down into your forward bend. Bend your knees and let your whole body relax down there. Feel as though you're sending it forward to the earth, into that trust. And you're fully confident that your intention will manifest. Just relax down here. And then walk yourself around to the right side and bring your right knee down onto the mat. Bring your left knee down onto the mat. And then lift up. Now, what's really important about this is that you feel steady. So less space between your legs is more. I mean, you can hardly see me. I blend in with the mat, don't I? But you want to make sure that you feel comfortable. Comfort is more important than alignment, basically. Now, there's two ways to do this. I'll show you both of the ways, but I'm going to do the easy version. I'll show you the easy version first. Let's all just do the easy version. It's much easier. Plant your right elbow onto your thigh, and then with your left arm, remember your hips. So your hips driving the movement. You breathe in, the arm comes up. As you come forward, your hip comes down, and it's like you're creating a big circle. You breathe in, the whole of the chest expands, you come down. So just let your whole body move as you draw. Move up, just move forward. And we call this pose, it's called the thunderbolt. And it backs up your intention. So you're grounded to the earth, your body's moving. Now this time your arm comes up behind on that diagonal. Check your core muscles are on, check that you feel really steady, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, that hip is going to move forward and you just move into a spinal stretch. And we'll do this one 3 times. So breathe in, lift up. Again, intention in heart, and then release as you breathe out. Then you guys look forward. Up, and then play final one. Sit and release. Bring your hands down either side of your foot. Tuck your back toes under. Step it in a tiny bit and walk yourself around. So you feel really supported as you move from one side to the other. Bring your right knee down. And your left leg is out in front. And the same again, pop your core muscles on. If you feel wobbly, just imagine that both legs are there and you're squeezing both of your thighs together. That really helps. And then core muscles on, let your pelvic floor muscle lift up. Place your left forearm onto your left thigh and then start to begin that circling movement. And it moves with your breath again. So as your hand comes up, you breathe in. And as it comes forward and down, you breathe out. You've got this circular movement through your hip. Okay, now next time your arm comes up, just check that you feel steady, breathe in, and then breathe out, let it go into that spinal stretch. And we'll do it a few times. Breathe out. Lovely. Really breathing in, filling up, and release, let go. In. And there we go. Now this one will be a final one. And breathe out. Lovely. Bring both hands down either side of your foot. Tuck your toes under. Bring both feet so they face forward. Hold onto your elbows and come down into another wide leg forward bend. And just let your body relax here. So you can swing from side to side. You can place your hands on the ground. Do whatever feels good for you. And start to walk your feet back to hip distance. Slowly start to come up. Back up into mountain pose. Stacking each vertebra. Now your hands are going to go up either side of your body. And you lift both arms all the way up overhead. Back to that original starting position. Elbows slightly bent. Check your feet are steady, sternum lifted, palms face up. And in this shape, just take a few breaths. Feel as though the warm sun is on your palms, on your hands, and it's nourishing you, pouring down into your arms and hands, filling you up with fresh energy, balancing and harmonizing. When you feel that warmth and light is present, turn your palms down towards the crown of your head and just bring your hands down and just let the hands hover over the crown of the head. You can close your eyes if you wish and see if you can feel that warmth emanating from your palms. And soothing Sahasrara, the crown center, 1,000-petal lotus. And if you want to visualize a color here, you could visualize a purple or golden. Just breathe in and feel settled. Drawing your hands down in front of the face now, just past the eyebrow center. And take a breath here at Ajna center, center of intuition. Feel clarity and focus. Clear. And the color is indigo. Lowering the hands down past the face towards the throat center. And here we arrive at Vishuddhi, the throat center. Center of hearing and speech. Again, feeling clear. The colour is turquoise, aquamarine. And then coming down to the heart level, let your elbows drop a little. And at your heart centre, feel compassion, kindness. Into Anahata. The colour is green, emerald. And again, just feel settled. Moving the hands down in front of the abdomen, down to the solar plexus, into Manipur, the centre, the city of jewels, centre of manifestation and action, the digestive centre. And then the hands just lower that bit further down to Swadhisthana, just in front of the reproductive centre. And the colour is orange, golden orange, like the sunrise. Centre of creativity. And feel balanced and soothed emotionally. And then just lower your hands down just to the top of the legs, to the base, to Muladhara. Being grounded through the legs and strong into your feet. Feel settled within your physical body. And just release your hands. Your hands might just want to lift and connect once more in front of your heart. You might just want to close your eyes and stand in perfect balance. You might want to hold that intention into your heart center. And then when you're ready, draw your palms apart and just come down onto the mat. And just come down to lay down onto your fronts first of all. Come down and rest in crocodile pose for a moment or two. And then we'll do some other stretches. So just come down, heels in, toes pointed out. Hips relaxed, chest, whole of your back. And fold your arms and place your arms underneath your forehead. Just allow yourself to relax down there for a few moments. Feeling the support of the earth, ground. Feeling the feet, ankles, your knees. Just check the hips. And breathe down deeply down into the belly. And feeling that space in the chest. And then drawing your heels in, closer together. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and just gently lift yourself back into the pose of a child. So your hips come down by your heels and place your forehead down onto the mat, if that's comfortable for you. You can make two fists if not. Just enjoy a few breaths here. And then bringing your hands back by your ankles with your palms facing up. And then slowly making your way up from the ground. You just come back into a seated position just for a moment. You're going to go and lay down now then. So if it's a bit much to be up, just come down onto your backs. Get your blanket. We're not going into relaxation yet, but get your blankets and things nearby. We're going to do some poses and some stretches on the floor. Just to help you settle. So as you come down onto the floor, just draw your knees in towards your chest and enjoy moving from side to side. Just rocking from side to side. And that lovely pressure from the ground again. And you can begin to just circle your knees around. And notice how the pressure moves around the sacrum bone, that triangular shaped bone. After a few circles in one direction, changing. And then just come back to that place of stillness. Hold on to your right knee, slide your left leg away from you. And we're going to stretch the psoas muscle. So first of all, breathe in. And then use your out breath to just press your knee down towards your chest. And you'll feel a little stretch through the hip. And then begin to press the back of the left leg down towards the mat. Just making sure your knees still stay soft. And then release your stretch and just let your knee go around in a few circles. So it's like you're loosening up your hip. And as the hip becomes looser, you might want to take one hand from your knee. But just make sure you've got some kind of contact with your leg, and change direction as well. So after you've been around a few times in one direction, and the movement is all about the hip. And then just pause, come back to being still. And then press your knee back down towards your chest again. And then this time, just lift your nose up. You get an extra stretch across the back. And then place your head back down. Place the sole of the foot back down. Swap legs over. You might need to straighten up your hips. Might be all right. And then right leg straightens out. Left leg comes in. And first of all, it feels quite tight, so you just need to do a few circles into your hip. And take your time with it. If we just relax back into that visualization of the chakra system, as you do this, you could visualize an orange, warm light through that whole region. And just feel as though it's helping the relaxation within the hip region, the pelvic region. And remember to change directions as well. And then come back to stumps. And breathe in. Breathe out, press your knee down and press the back of the right thigh down into the mat. Release your stretch. Done it the other way around actually. So press back down onto your knee and lift your nose up towards your knee. And then let your head come back down onto the mat. Bring both knees back in and have a little rock from side to side. Bring everything into balance. And then cross your right thigh over the top of your left. Interlace your hands behind the backs of your knees. Let your knees relax from the knee down, and then just draw your knees in towards your chest. If stage 2 works for you, do stage 2 both times. It's fine, because sometimes everybody's body's different. They don't feel it. Make sure you breathe out as you draw the knee in. And then change over. So left thigh crosses over the right. Interlace behind the backs of your knees. And then as you breathe out, draw the knee closer towards your chest. And we're stretching into the piriformis muscle. And this is a nice stretch. It's a really, really, really lovely stretch to do, but it's also great because it helps to prevent sciatica. And it's one of the things you can do to help relieve it if you're not completely crippled, if you have it. Swap over, and we're going to do stage 2. So if you want to do the same one again, very welcome. So you've got little triangle, feed your hand through the triangle, interlace behind the back of your knee, relax from the knee down, and then just draw your knee in towards your chest and breathe it out into the stretch. And remember, don't strain at all. Mild discomfort's okay. And then swap over. Put your hand through the gap, interlace behind the back of your thigh, and then as you breathe out, just gently guiding that leg in towards you. That's brilliant. Place both of the soles of the feet back down onto the mat. Extend both arms out at shoulder height. First of all, we're just going to flop the knees to one side and then the other. So it's like you're rolling along the top of the sacrum again. And if you want to, you can let your head turn the opposite direction. Use your core muscles to bring you into the middle and relax out to the side. And then come back to the center point. Slide your left leg away. Lift up your right foot. Place your right foot either on your knee or somewhere around there. Bring the hand over so it's the left hand onto your knee. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, just let your hips and pelvis roll towards the left side. Let your head come towards the right. And we're going to do it a few times. So use your core, come back to the middle. And roll. So you're just rolling in and out of it at first. And then next time you go down into that shape, relax into it and let all your core muscles go. And just feel the whole of your body completely relaxed and soft. Your shoulders are still on the ground. Your hips are rolled towards the left side. And your head turned towards the right, turned away from your body. And then roll yourself back to the middle. Bring your feet back to this. Straighten up your hips. Slide your right leg away. Left foot comes up. Right hand goes onto the knee. Left hand is support arm. Breathe in and then just start breathing out as you go into your twist. And do it a few times. As what feels good for your body. This is a deep fascia stretch as well as being, it's like a half Maltese cross really. Your head turns, so you look in the opposite direction and just let your body relax into that twist. And you're pressing your knee down towards the ground but without any strain or pain. You're really open in your chest. And then roll yourself back to the middle. Bring your knees back in one more time. And have a nice roll from side to side. And do what feels good for you. And then one final stretch. Lift your nose up to both of your knees. And then let your body come down. Slide your legs away. Let your toes roll out, palms face up. And come into Shavasana, so relaxation pose. So you just lay down on your back. And you want your blankets and cushions and all the nice warm cozy things It's time for a beautiful, deep relaxation. Just having a scan through your body. It's taking your time to guide your awareness on the very tips of your toes. Just allow that awareness to thread its way along the soles of your feet, up into the ankles and your calf muscles. Just checking the shins and the knees feel comfortable. Checking the quads, the hips, just arranging your hips so you feel relaxed through that place of your body, small of the back. Just adjusting yourself and snuggling down, making sure you feel really safe or cozy. Your hands, your wrists, elbows. Shoulders. Into the body. And then just check your neck. Feels okay. And just gently turn your head to one side and then the other. And then let your head come back to the middle. Check out your face. Check your face feels relaxed. Back of the head. And allow your awareness to come down to your feet. The soles of your feet, your toes. Just breathe in and draw your toes up towards you so you feel a stretch. The backs of your legs. And then point the toes away and just breathe out. And then press your heels down into the mat. Feel tension through the whole of the legs. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, relax both the legs, relax the feet, and just check your feet feel super relaxed. Coming into your calf muscles now, just gently tightening your calf muscles. Breathe out, relax. Lift the knees, lift the kneecaps, I should say, up towards your body, and you'll feel your quads contract. Breathe in. And your out breath, relaxing the legs. Coming now to the glutes. Just tightening the glutes, strong muscles in the body, breathing into them. And then breathe out, relaxing. Just tightening your core muscles. Final time this evening. Lifting, so drawing tummy button back down towards the spine. And breathe in. And then breathe out, softening the whole of that area. Press the sacrum down into the mat. Relax the sacrum. Relax. And now to the place just underneath your shoulder blades. Just gently pressing that point in the back down into the mat, breathing in. And breathe out, let the back be relaxed. Lifting your shoulders slightly up towards your ears, so you're just sliding your shoulders along the ground. Breathing in. And then as you breathe out, feel as though your shoulders are just being smoothed back down. Feel that space come into the chest. As you breathe out, feel the body relaxing that bit more. And again, slowly moving the head to the right side and then the left. And then let your head come back to the middle. And then just lifting your eyebrows up. Breathe in. Breathe out, through the eyebrows back down. And then blink your eyes a few times. And then begin to wriggle your nose. Move the jaw. And have a few moments with your face where you release any tension that you might have been storing there. And then just allow a feeling of softness to move through the face. There your forehead relaxes, your eyes relax, your cheeks and your mouth. Just hear the sound of your breathing. You're going to move down to the feet now. Just as you breathe in now, feel as though you're breathing a real sense of peacefulness into your feet, feeling of calm. That feeling rises up into your toes, into your ankle, into your shin and into your calf muscle. That really nice feeling of peacefulness, relaxation. As you breathe out, just relaxes a bit more. Feeling rises up into your calf muscle, into your knees, soothing your knees, the back of your thigh, the front. Just feel there's a real feeling of healing is taking place. Any aches, any pains. As you breathe out, release, and dissolve. Awareness rise up now towards the base of the body, the very tip of the spine. Around this place of the body, we call this region Muladhara, and it relates to your legs and the base. The colour here is a ruby red. This is your root. As you breathe in now, feel a sense of feeling settled and whole. Breathe out. Awareness just rises up that little bit more to the sacral region, to the sacrum and the pelvis, into Swadhisthana, one's own abode. As you rise into this area, the colour is an orange glow, vibrant. It's the centre of creativity. This area feels nourished and settled. As you breathe out, that awareness rises towards the solar plexus, to the area around the tummy button. Manipur, city of jewels. Here, just allow. Feel as though your energy is being restored, your vitality. Colour is bright yellow, dazzling and radiant. Feel the centre coming into balance as you breathe. And then coming up further into your heart center. This moves to the center of the chest, Anahata. In this place, the colour is green, emerald green. This is the center of compassion and kindness. Remembering to keep your energy high. Look after yourself. Move into the region of the throat, to Vishuddhi. And here allow the image of a clear blue lake, colour aquamarine. Experience clarity, centre of speech and hearing. Move up a bit further to the eyebrow centre, with indigo. And in this place, allow yourself to see the crescent moon in an indigo sky. Your intuition is strong, the centre of knowing and wisdom. The whole body feels restfulness. And then we move to the crown of the head. And here allow yourself to see the brightest of lights. Radiant. Sahasra. Crown center. Center of connection. Just inviting you to spend the next few moments just resting here. Whole body coming into balance. And then just beginning to deepen the breath. And as you deepen the breath, hear the sound of that breath. Just feeling the whole of your body resting here, and just become aware once more of your physical body. And just maybe pressing down into the ground, and maybe just curling the fingers and feeling subtle movements just beginning to return to your body. And deepening the breath, and again, let that awareness rise up above the crown of the head. And up there, see that bright sun once more. And feel the warmth and radiance and vitality. And allow your whole body to feel nourished, energized. And that light of the sun pours down over the crown of the head and pours down into your body. Down through the length of your spine, through the central column of the body, balancing and harmonizing on all levels. Mentally, physically, emotionally, and energetically. Radiant light pulls down over the shoulders, down into your arms and your hands. And you just begin to move your fingers, start to move the face, scrunch up your eyes. Start to move the jaw, and that light flows over the front of the body into the hips, rejuvenating the whole of the body's energy system, into your legs, into your knees, into your feet and into your toes, and just start to move in your own unique way, maybe rolling over onto one side. It's up to you, just moving slowly, looking after yourself. And in your mind's eye, just have an image of yourself sitting back up. See yourself sitting back up. And then in a moment, pressing your palms down into the mat and just guiding yourself back up into a seated position. Just keep your eyes closed for a moment or two. Allow your spine to grow tall. Your palms just come together and just begin to softly rub your palms together and create some warmth into your palms. When your hands feel nice and warm, place your palms over your eyes. And then let your palms open up into let your eyes open up into the palms. And then slowly start to separate the fingers. And that gives your eyes a chance to adjust. And then just begin to give your face a tap. Yourself back into your body. And you can give yourself a dust off. Might not be there yet. Open your arms up and give yourself a nice big hug. And you're ready to help the other side. And then we're just going to finish with the hands up above your head, the crown of the head, and guide your hands down to your heart center. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And welcome you back.